Laxmikanth. We'll start with this. We'll go chapter wise and we'll also do questions after each chapter. Questions in the sense some short questions and some MCQs also. So you can expect both. So let's start. First, the part one of this book is constitutional framework, as you can see. And first chapter in this is historical background. Historical background. Where then second is making of constitution. Third is concept of constitution. Fourth is salient features, preamble, union and its territory, and so on. So let's start without any further delay. Let's start. Chapter 1, historical background. So here you can see constitutional framework, historical background. Here I'm just marking the main things. You can focus on that and once skim through it. You can read it once and you'll understand. It's very simple. So we all know Britishers came to India in 1608 with some exclusive rights of trading in India from Queen Elizabeth. They started trading. In 1765, company, which till then had purely trading functions. The company which had trading function, it has exclusive trading rights in India, now became obtained the Diwani rights, that is, revenue rights and civil justice. They came into administration of the territory. That means they got the territorial power. In 1858, in the wake of Sepoy Mutiny, the British Crown assumed direct responsibility for governance of India. After this, the company got the Diwani rights, but some mutiny, Sepoy mutiny was there. So British Crown realized let's assume the power ourselves. Let's not give it to the company. हम ही कर लेते हैं rule. So the Crown came into direct responsibility for the governance of India. It continued till independence, that is our Independence Day, 15th August 1947. Till then, British Crown was here. Now, as we got independence, we needed a constitution for the land. Hence, a constituent assembly was made in 1946, and on January 26, 1950, the constitution came into being. This is our 26 January is our Republic Day. There were certain events in the British rule that laid down the legal framework for the organization and functioning of government and administration in British India. So there are many events which took place for what? For governing, organizing, functioning, and administration of the governance of British in India. So will go in chronological order. Like there were some acts passed, some rules passed, some regulations passed. So we'll do that in two major headings. First is the company rule and second is the crown rule. Company rule जब तक ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी का पूरा रूल था and then here we saw the crown entered. So here the crown rule starts. So that will cover under crown rule topic. Now let's start. First is under company rule, Regulating Act of 1773. This was the first step taken by British government. First time it recognized the political and administrative functions of the company, and it also laid foundation for central administration in India. Secondly, the features of this act were as follows. It designated the governor of Bengal. So first what happened? Governor of Bengal became Governor General of Bengal. and created Executive Council of 4 members. The first such Governor General was Lord Warren Hastings. This you have to remember. First Governor General of Bengal, Warren Hastings. Second, it made the governors of Bombay and Madras Presidency subordinate to the Governor of Bengal. So it went like Bengal subordinate Madras and Bombay. They became subordinate. Bengal is the king and subordinated by Madras and Bombay. There were three presidencies which were independent of each other, but now Madras and Bombay are subordinated under Bengal presidency. Third, it provided for the establishment of Supreme Court at Calcutta, comprising one Chief Justice, three other judges. Supreme Court was established. It had one Chief Justice and three other judges. Fourth, it prohibited the servant of company from engaging in any private trade. The company servants cannot engage in any private trade or accept any presents or bribes from natives. Natives कौन है यहाँ पे? Indians हैं natives. Fifth, it strengthened the control of British government over the company by requiring the Court of Directors, governing body of the company, to report on its revenue, civil, military affairs in India. So what they do to strengthen their control, see how smart they were, to strengthen their control, the British government over the company, okay, they made Court of Directors, a governing body of the company, to report. It will report on its revenue, civil and military affairs in India. So main affairs, that is revenue, money, money affairs, civil, what all is happening in the civilians there, natives, and military, what is the military doing. All the three main aspects. The Court of Directors had to report to the British government about the company. So they were keeping a check on the company. Got it? So this much is Regulating Act of 1773. We'll keep the video short and we'll cover one act in one video. All right. So we have covered 1773 Regulating Act. In next video we'll do Amending Act of 1781.